Good afternoon, 8th grade graduating class of 2011, Superintendent Koss, administration, parents, and the staff of Horace W. Porter School. Let me preface my thoughts with the following. I feel incredibly privileged to call myself a teacher at this school. Our staff and our administration care deeply for one another and for the students of Porter. Mutual support and encouragement flow consistently through the school, and in an increasingly competitive world, life within Porter is truly unique due to this supportive atmosphere. As I pondered what to say that would have any value, any lasting impression on our graduating class, my mind kept settling on one word: attributes. I recognize that this is a word not often used, but simply refers to the characteristics of a person. Dictionary.com defines it as a person's distinguishing qualities or traits. I like to think of the word attribute as referring to a person's unique traits that are not influenced by circumstances or the world. To link this idea to one of my favorite words, innovation, reflect with me now about the attributes or traits of famous innovators. In my own studies of innovators, I found that they share some attributes: perseverance, awareness of societal needs, and a desire to make a difference in his or her field. Innovators tend to mess with our ideologies about how life should be. Please take a moment to think of some of the major innovators of the past in fields such as science, technology, art, even music. When I think of Louis Pasteur, a chemist who created vaccines for rabies and anthrax, I think of a man who would not rest until he found a way to stop large populations of people dying of infections. When I think of Jackson Pollock, the famous strip painter of the abstract expressionist art movement, I think of a man who broke away from conventional painting because he had to find a method that incorporated his need to show action and kinetic energy in his painting. When I think of Steve Jobs, CEO of Apple Computers, I think of a man who can be considered the poster child of innovation. His products have set the market standard for the entire world in technology. His products, iPad, iPod, among others, revolutionized technologies at a high standard that others attempt to imitate, but will never duplicate. These innovators, in my opinion, became very aware of their strengths and channeled those strengths to contribute to the world. What is your passion? What do you have zeal for? What aspirations do you have regarding your future? Now I think of our current graduating class. When I think of you, I think of the fact that each one of you has a niche or a very specific place in this world. Within the timeline of your life, you have a unique purpose and destiny. Your footprint on this world is crucial to the future, and only you can take the steps to unfold that destiny. It has been said of your class that you have genuine big hearts. It's true. Are good-natured, and that you are overcomers in the circumstances of life. Keeping these attributes in mind, I charge you to aggressively pursue your future. You are a class that is bold and unafraid. To help you on your journey, I want to ask you to do a bit of homework. This will not be painful. I hope. You won't do this homework tonight. In fact, you may not do it tomorrow. You'll do it when inspiration strikes. Don't avoid it when it does. On paper or computer, I want you to make 2 columns. On the left, write down your attributes. Remember that these are the characteristics that make you who you are. These are the traits that are not influenced, altered, or changed by situations or what others think of you. For example, the great innovators of our time shared the attribute of perseverance. They never gave up, especially when it came to a dream or a goal. You might have compassion for those in need. You might be creative or artistic and automatically churn out new ideas. You might have a great sense of humor and cheer people up. You might be gentle, sincere, or approachable. You might have a strong moral sense of right and wrong. Whatever the attributes are, write them down. When you think of your future, know that those characteristics are going to help form who you are in relationship to the world and the culture around you. Next, make a column on the right. Then write down the attributes you would like to see built in you over time. These are traits you want to attain to or reach for. For example, if you find you tend to gossip about your friends a lot, perhaps you want to grow in the area of loyalty. Think of traits you want to possess throughout life. Then, actively pursue growth in those areas. Imagine what an impact you'll have on the world around you if you have an awareness of your strengths and you celebrate them. Just as important, if you know your weaknesses, you know what needs calibrating or adjusting, so even the weak traits become strengths. In a struggling world, you will need to carry this strong self-awareness so you can know what you bring to every situation. Don't ever forget that you have a unique footprint to leave on this world, which others will attempt to imitate, but will never duplicate. I'm thankful to have watched you grow these 4 years as your art teacher. I'm fortunate that in my room I was able to observe the growth of your character over a long period of time. I have also enjoyed watching your ability to problem solve, evaluate, revise, and rework. It was truly enjoyable and satisfying to introduce new mediums and concepts to see how many ways, many ways, you could experiment with them. It's been truly an honor to work with you and observe tremendous growth. In close, do your homework. As you go through the next 4 years of self-discovery in high school, promise that you'll remember the traits you bring to the table every time you interact with your parents, your teachers, and your peers. Don't forget to work on those attributes you want to become strengths. And most of all, seek creative solutions to problems you see in society and the world around you. I know within this graduating class are some of the innovators and culture changers of the near future. Be sure to include Porter as a place to visit and share your success. An often quoted phrase from the movie The Lion King comes to mind that summarizes my thoughts perfectly. It is a command Mufasa, the lion, spoke over his son Simba, and I quote it here. 8th grade graduating class,